Welcome to the New Mentality Podcast. It's only three of us this week. Homie AJ, man, he had to go to his son's playoff game. They should be playing right now. Hopefully they coming out with that win. Shout out to AJ, man. We're going to miss you this week.
Yes, sir.
But you'll be back on the next show, bro. We're going to hold it down for you. We got
that
you,
dub, AJ. Y'all get that dub.
Make sure y'all get that win, though, for the squad. Make sure we got the phones on vibrate. Appreciate everybody coming back in to touch in with us. Y'all know who it is. It's me, Slim Woods, back again. Got the Prince of Cameroon here at Dozer.
What's good?
Got the big teddy bear, big Lou in the house back again. Yep. And we back again, y'all. Just here to give y'all this new mentality. Just just share our opinions on different things, just shed light on different things, try to bring light to different subjects, and just trying to just make sure that we getting the right message out, and making sure that the right message is getting sent out here. You know, it's a lot of bad messages, a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily agree with going around, so we just trying to make sure we deter some of that with some of this message that we putting out. So I appreciate everybody that's showing support and watching. But I'm going to let Dozer go from here, and then he can go ahead and get us started.
All right, so I hope everybody's doing all right today. We got some really good topics tonight, some things that we've been wanting to address. So we're going to start it off with the first topic of the day is marriage important in this generation?
That's a good one. Is marriage important in our generation? All right, man, we good. All right, man. So who gonna kick it off with this one?
Is marriage important in this generation? It is and it's not at the same time. It is for as when you want to raise a family with your children and all that, but on the other hand, as far as the government all in your business or whatever, no.
Trying to make it a monetary thing.
Right.
Yeah. I feel you on that. What you think, Dozer? Like,
I think for one, it's based on the person, on the individual. There's some men who don't really know what they want. Just they just pretty much living day to day. But I think for those who have direction in their life and where they want to go, then marriage is important because you want to carry yourself a certain way. You want to leave a legacy or whatnot, whatever you choose to do, and you want to be with one woman. Then you got to value marriage. But for the people that are just living for
the moment,
yeah, those people, it's not really going to change much because they're going to do whatever they want to do anyways, so that's pretty much how I see it. I think our generation needs it, though. There's a lot of chaos going on out here, and even though I'm in a relationship, I see what's going on around me, and it's crazy out here. So, and I know I'm not the only one that sees it.
I definitely feel like it's not valued as much as it should be. Nowhere near. Like, I still think we got a lot of people getting married, but it's like a lot of those same people getting divorced. So, marriage today, I don't know, man. With the rules and how relationships are, marriage today it ain't the same no more. It's just not. Because I think the biggest problem with marriage today is all these standards and rules that you don't know what this person that you meeting may have. And there's so many just different ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much. Like, from the woman or the man, like, what people are asking for, what they feel like is the standard of what a marriage is supposed to be. And I feel like it's lost what it's really supposed to be about. And it turned into, like, a way for people to flex or their relationship or being with somebody, or is it a monetary thing? I mean, for women, I know it can turn into where they just want to make sure they can take care of themselves, make sure they taken care of. Like if she already got children and then she meet a man and marry that man, maybe she just want to make sure she's straight. Maybe love ain't even the most important thing anymore. Like I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the most important things that's supposed to be valued in a marriage aren't valued anymore, and that's why marriage has lost its
essence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, shit, like we trying to, like I feel like our culture and our people, we trying to follow standards of others. Like we following other standards. We following standards of other people. So that's why our marriages ain't working. Like we gotta stick to what worked for us, what makes sense for us. I think we follow other people's standards too much, and we just gotta make sure we doing what worked for us.
A spouse is supposed to be a helpmate, not a doer.
Right. Like we all love each other. Like when you're in that relationship, you love each other, you want to take care of each other, you care about each other, and like you don't want it to turn into something you doing for like the wrong reasons. Like you trying to get the wrong things out of it. I just think we got to be careful with that. For real, for real.
So let me ask you guys this: as far as with marriage, do you guys see our generation going towards that route? As far as men realizing, that they want to set a legacy, that they want to continue the name. Do you think that they're gonna use the route of marriage, or do you think that they're gonna stay away from marriage? Because a lot of dudes right now, they're not seeing the value of marriage because they're not seeing, they don't see what they get from it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of difference of opinions. So.
I mean, me being married before and being married and like, you really trying to grow with somebody. You really trying to build something with somebody. So you got to have some patience and some discipline. Because at first, no cap, that shit going to be tough. Cause y'all trying to figure out how to do everything. It just depends on how you do it. Like some people date long enough to where beforehand, so once they get married, it ain't much they gotta change for real. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just putting that title on there, I guess you can say. But if you ain't worked out a lot of things, you get married too quickly, it can turn out like not the way you want it to. And you might think you have things worked out the way they supposed to be, but nah. It's different when, especially those people, like if you ain't staying with each other, it's like certain issues that come up. Like, it's just different coming home to somebody every day. That's different than, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own spot, she got her own spot. Y'all might stay together 2 or 3 nights out the week, something like that. Like, so, I don't know. Man, gonna see the. I don't know. I think it's losing its. It's losing its power.
The men always seem to be on the short end of the stick after it's all said and done. That's happening. Why a lot of men don't want to get married now, because we always on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, we end up
losing everything.
Man, I can't blame him, brother, for not.
And still got to pay spousal support.
Right.
So, what do we play a role in that? Because it's not like women are just leaving for no reason. Not to bring it back to us, like it's always coming back to us, but we got to understand that there's domino effects that go into place as to, why these things happen. Because we can sit here and look at and say, like, why are women leaving, why are women doing this? But, for every cause, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's how I see it.
They say women is sneakier than men. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
get caught and they don't.
It's actually been reported that women actually cheating more now
Yeah.
in
So
this
is
generation
that-
than before.
So, to transition to another part of about marriage, so is that what's killing marriage? Are women being more promiscuous than the men are now?
Apparently so.
Because if a man is cheating, he gotta be cheating with. I mean, if he's a straight man, he's cheating with a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if he's a gay man, he's cheating with a man, but he cheat. You know, when a man cheating, he's cheating regardless. But he's cheating with a woman. So, is it the woman in the marriage that's changed her like role in the situation? She got tired of being the victim. Got tired of being the one that's left at home with the kids, and he out with doing whatever with another
She
with another
chose
woman.
him, so it's her. That's her choice. She chose the person she with.
Right.
She chose to forgive him after whatever he did.
So, that would bring up a really good point. Like, where are women gonna draw the line as far as men who cheat, and are they gonna draw that line before or after they begin to start cheating? Because
What if that man's being honest? Like, I ain't want to have to go into it, but I might as well just say, maybe the biggest problem with these marriages is a one man, one wife. Maybe that ain't working. We've been trying it for a long, long time.
And it ain't worked for nobody.
I don't think it's working.
I mean, it works sometimes.
Let's check some statistics. We're gonna check some stats, people. We're gonna pull live stats on this. We're gonna check
I think it's been working. I think it's been working for real.
the divorce rate in America. Let's see what it's at. What, 2.7 per 1,000 people? That's a lot. So out of every 1,000 people, 2.7 of them gonna get married, go get a divorce. 3 out of every 1,000. They say 3 out of every 1,000. That's the stat right now as far as 2019. Divorce rate in America, according to the CDC, which is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the national average divorce and annulment rate in 2019 was about 2.7 per 1,000 people. The divorce rate is down significantly from 2000 when it was 4.0 per 1,000. So it's actually getting better. But I've seen a lot of open marriages start in this generation too. Not just open marriages, but just people being more understanding of of who we are as far as a man and a woman, the person you're in a relationship, being better understanding who you're dealing with and understanding that like Lewis said, you met this man and you know this man was like this. What you expect? Like, you can get you a pet lion, raise it from a baby lion, raise it from a baby, give it milk and all that. But once it becomes a full-blooded lion, it still wants to hunt. And it's natural instinct. You can keep it in that cage. You can keep it in domesticated as long as you want. It's natural in them to want to go hunt, to want to go, like, do certain
Be a
things.
line.
But what about the self-control in some lions? Because not every lion is just wild. Some lions, they have some type of discipline to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we don't always have to be carnal. Even though we are innately carnal, we don't have to act, reckless with it.
Nah, we
Could
don't.
be some structure.
When you in a marriage, that's when. So you in a marriage, like you said, should be some structure. Like, we sitting down and we didn't had a conversation. Like, we got an understanding of what's going on. Like, for real. Like, we got a real life understanding conversation of what's going on, and like, yeah, and it makes sense for us. It worked for us, like. But if it don't, then don't. But it's like, I don't know, like, men cheating, and not even men cheating, because I don't like using the word cheating. Maybe I'm going too deep, but cheating.
Nah, that's what they doing. Cheating. They cheating.
Nah, certain things is cheating. Well, certain men are cheating, but some men aren't. If you lying and being dishonest and all that, well, then you cheating. But if you being 100 and upfront about what's going on, then you not cheating. You living your life.
Right, but why choose to be with a monogamous woman if you're a polygamous man? You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of dudes, their lifestyle is not matching up with who they are.
Man, I look at.
They probably think they can change the woman's mind just like women think they can change us.
Yeah. Yep.
Or at the same time, it can be like I'm gonna do me, and she gonna come with me, or she gonna jump ship,
Right.
or she gonna ride, or she gonna jump ship. Like
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
Cause at the end of the day, if you're not treating a person fucked up or doing them fucked up, like bro, if you being honest and real with somebody, it ain't. What can they really like? All you can do is tell somebody the truth. Like, for real. All I can do is keep it real with you. Yeah, you can't hear that. All I can do is keep it real with you. So it's like, if you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm doing that, like, then you gotta make a choice from that standpoint. From that point.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta make a choice. Are you know what I'm saying? You trying to deal with this or not?
That's the problem, though, Christian. A lot of dudes, they don't give women the choice. They'll make the choice for the woman and then get upset at the reaction that the woman takes, right? Versus actually being honest with the woman and giving her that choice, because then at least you'll deal with the consequences or however, you know, that situation play out right there versus waiting to the end and then telling her and then dealing with.
Yeah,
know,
brothers is not being honest.
Facts.
Nah, brothers is not being honest.
All right.
And me speaking for myself, I done had a lot of experiences, and and being honest with women, and being honest with whether it was multiple women or one. Like when I was in my 20s, it might have been different, but once I got older, the honesty is definitely gonna be there. And yeah, a lot of men don't follow that. And then that's when you run into them real issues, though. Them real problems.
Right.
Because you been capping. You been capping. And how can she not be mad? You know what I'm saying? You done told me for 3 months you was growing a whole field of strawberries. You got strawberries for days. You know what I'm saying? We about to start this strawberry, you know what I'm saying? And we about to be selling strawberries. She go out here to this field and find out you ain't got no strawberries. It ain't shit out there at all. You ain't got nothing. You been capping the whole time. Hell yeah, she gonna be mad. And you ain't got shit to show for this time, but nothing.
Right.
All you got to show is some ass that you been fucking on. Like, hell yeah, these women be mad. Niggas be on straight bullshit.
Facts. That's why we
Niggas
made
be
this
on bullshit.
Yeah, that's why we made this podcast.
That's why they gotta learn people gotta learn what love is before they spread their legs.
Yeah, because love is keeping it real with them. Like, because, like, whether you love, like, when you meet somebody, of course you're not in love with this person or love this person, but I love myself. So I handle certain situations a certain type of way, and I don't want to deal with certain type of shit. So that's why I'm going to give you honesty. I ain't got to tell you everything that's going on, but I'm going to tell you what it is.
You know what? I'm with that 90-day rule.
I ain't with the 90-day rule.
No.
I'm not with the 90-day
I'm
rule.
with it.
90 days, I'll be gone. And
Why, Lewis? Why you with the
Because it
90
give you time. It give people time to see if that's really, you know.
That's a good point.
And I could honestly, I could do another 6 months for real. I could.
I couldn't. See,
Cause I ain't taking no more shorts. I ain't taking no more losses. And the next one is gonna be the one.
but wouldn't you feel goofy if you waited that 90 days
You know,
and then
because she didn't get nothing first. She didn't get my body. She didn't get me.
I'm not saying
I
that.
don't have no emotional connection. I can move on to the next one. To whereas if I had smashed her, I probably would have. My feelings would be more into it.
Mm-hmm.
But since I can go on about my business.
Nah, what I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be 90 days or 30 days or 60 days or 15 days or whatever, right? It has to be more so about the intimate connection between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Because if there's no intimate connection, then regardless of if you wait a day, 2 days, or 3 months, it's still going to be the same outcome. You know what I'm saying? So what my point is, it's like putting a time frame on it isn't really going to alter the outcome.
You don't think so?
Nah. Because there could be people who wait. There could be people who hook up that night and end up having a long relationship. Now, that's typically not gonna happen.
Typically not gonna happen.
Right. But there's also people who wait a year, and then the relationship still doesn't work after that year.
But but still, you're not giving yourself away.
True.
You're not being intimate. I mean, yeah, y'all going on dates or whatever, but the core, you keeping that to yourself.
So before, so going back to the question, the original question was how important marriage is. Is important still marriage in this generation? So, Lewis, you saying before the 90-day rule is the best way to kick off something like that?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
That 90-day rule is definitely not being practiced in this generation. So yeah, maybe that do have something.
Actually, yeah, it is.
I've seen something.
There's two sides to it. There's a side to where there's a section of men of guys
That's
who
getting
follow that 90-day rule, and then there's a section of guys who bypass that 90-day rule. But nobody talks about that.
And I also seen something else that said that it was a bunch of men between the ages of like 21 and maybe 24 or 20 and 24 that said they didn't have sex for like almost over a whole like year last year. Like went like 12 months without even having sex at all with a woman.
That was this year for me.
Yeah, like I heard that statistic. Like, so men are thinking more about what they doing when it comes to women, because they definitely could have went and had some type of figured out something.
Could have been this no fat movement. Have y'all heard of that?
No fat.
You know what?
movement.
No fat movement.
What that mean?
Where it's like dudes that are restraining from like having like masturbating, and then restraining from women as well and stuff too. You know, so dudes are trying to have semen retention or keeping the semen or whatnot. So, but with that, I'm not sure if I can even tie that into it because I don't think these dudes are doing it voluntarily.
Right. Like Don't get me wrong. There are men that disciplined
right
to do that, but yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. So, moving on to our next topic. Oh, yes.
Nah, but for me, I just it never happened. All my relationships in the past were sex before, and I just want to do something different. I just want to try something different. I don't want it to be the same. Maybe it'll be a different outcome. I'm praying it's gonna be a different outcome.
Nah, it is. You doing something totally different. You definitely gonna have a different outcome. Like, I ain't saying it's gonna be good, but you gonna have a different outcome. You handling it differently, so you gonna have a different outcome. But it most likely will be because you changing your approach to it. Shit, you trying to get married. You changing your approach to it because you trying to change your approach to it so you can have something that lasts.
Right.
Because you know the approach you've been doing just been giving you quick. You know what I'm saying? And not quick, cause you and old girl was together for a minute. Y'all was with each other for a minute, so. But nah, I feel what you're saying. But we're gonna jump into the next topic. Next topic we're gonna do women respect the modern working man? Do the man that's working a 9 to 5 is he getting the right type of love now? Cause right now with social media. Now, all this money that's going around through celebrities and really celebrities and entertainers, because like, I don't know. It just changed the perception of like what's acceptable for women now. Like certain brothers, like man, it's hard for them to get a woman with their income.
Mm-hmm.
The modern working man, like, is he respected anymore? Like let's tap into that, y'all. Like,
So, whenever you say the modern working man, are you talking about men in this generation?
I mean,
or are you talking about
the men in this
just-
generation, all the men that's going out making the $40,000, $50,000, even $60,000, because $60,000 is not as much as it used to be. That ain't shit.
let's say 40 to about 80?
Yeah. All right, let's do 40. Let's do 60.
Because
I say we should stop at
depending
60.
on where you live and
Yeah,
you
that
know,
80 don't mean nothing. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
We can do 40 to 80. Yeah, that's cool. Or 30 to 80. Because this brother's out here, bro, making $30-something thousand a year. Like,
true.
we're going to do 30. So the brother's making $30,000 a year to $80,000 a year. What is it? What, like, are they getting the same respect in the home? Can they get the same respect in the home?
I say because of the fact that certain dudes have an average thinking mindset, regardless of if they have a great job or if they're, the average regular 9 to 5, they're not getting the respect from women because I don't think it necessarily has to do with that number. I think it has more to do with the character of the individual.
Right.
Because you can have a dude who's making, $30K or whatnot, but he carries himself like a man and he has goals and intentions to better himself. And then you can have a dude making $100K who is boring, has no personality.
Man.
He has no goals or, he has a good job and he provides for himself, but he doesn't really bring too much more to the table. So I think dudes, we need to start bringing more to the table than just finance, finance and sex, or I think we need to tap into who we are a little bit more, which I think.
Go ahead, Lewis. I'll let you.
Could be a little more romantic. A lot more romantic.
Is she gonna appreciate his romance though? Cause like, or is he gonna have to do the most to reach her? To reach, you know what I'm saying? To touch her soul, to touch her mind, to touch her heart. Like, it seems like it's more you gotta do now than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like the chivalry is dead as that. Like chivalry is dead. Like all the little sweet, nice stuff that was simple and easy, like maybe just the flowers and a kiss and a hug, just ain't, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta touch her heart and bless her pocketbook too.
See.
That's on us though.
Yeah,
That's on us, man. Cause I don't see a lot of dudes holding women to an actual standard. I see him getting with women and then winging it and letting her do whatever she wants to do, or not letting her know of your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes let a lot of times now. There's a lot of dudes who let everything slide. They allow women to talk to him however they want.
Mm-hmm.
They don't set no boundaries, no healthy boundaries for themselves, and so they just let women do whatever they want to do. And this leads to women feeling entitled, thinking that they deserve this and that. Not saying that they don't, but whenever they get something and they don't feel like it's valuable, then they look at the guy like, is this all you have, or what else did you give me?
Yeah,
So,
you gotta put your foot down at the gate about I'm gonna set a certain type of standard, how I'm gonna be. Like you gotta do that out the gate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta set that standard of how things gonna be for sure. Like Like when I meet a woman out the gate, man, she gotta know all of a sudden, like out the gate, that I'm coming here to make an impact in your life. I'm not just coming here to, like, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, of course, because I feel like that's the most important thing in life, is enjoying it. Like, man, I feel like that's the most important thing. So we gonna do that, but I'm here to make some changes in your life. I know it's some things that you trying to work on. There's some things I'm trying to work on. We need to be able to do both these things together. Like, for sure, for sure. So, I'm definitely agreeing with from out the gate, man. You gotta be the man that can demand that respect, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be the man that can demand that respect from that woman. Like, you gotta have what? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the sauce. You gotta have some type of juice. You gotta have some type of sauce. You gotta be able to demand that type of respect. And a lot of men, you know what I'm saying? They gotta play the role that they in. They gotta play that role. They ain't got no. They can't stand, like, you know, they shoulders is hunched down when they get around other men and stuff like that, bro. They can't even stand the same. Can't even walk the same.
Can't even talk
the same, man. Yeah. When they get certain men that came around, so it's like, when it's like, yeah, certain brothers, yeah, they can't do that. So they always searching for how am I gonna get this woman to understand and follow and listen to what that I can lead this family. And brothers don't know how to do that, but because we ain't had no father to show us how to do it, and then we don't want to listen to the sound knowledge we get that's out there. We rather listen to some bullshit, some straight up bullshit.
And I'm actually glad that we brought this topic up, because I think a lot of guys feel like we should just get respect for just being a man. And that's not how life works. Right. Like nobody has told a lot of younger dudes that you have to provide and earn something and be worthy of something. You know, you can't just be entitled to somebody's respect, or being not necessarily respect, but be entitled to somebody's time or effort or, you know, attention. You have to actually produce something and do something for yourself. But I don't know about y'all, but I see a lot of dudes that just want things given to them versus actually working for them. And so they gain that entitlement. And once they gain that entitlement, they get upset whenever they don't get it. You know,
some of them spoiled. Been spoiled since kids. And grew up to be a spoiled man.
I wouldn't even call him a man. You can't be spoiled, man.
You can be. It's just what type of man are you?
Right.
I feel you though.
Cause if you let the fact that your childhood made you believe like you were entitled to this and that, and you know that you were spoiled as a child, but you never, you know, addressed that as an adult and said, you know, that's not how I should have learned this, and that's not how I should have learned that. If you don't have that discernment, then you're not going to see what you're doing wrong as an adult. And then you're going to be mad at other people for not treating you the way your parents treated you, because, you know, they set you up for, you know, a certain reality that you weren't going to experience in the real world.
That's not real. The reality in your home is not what's really going on out here in the streets every day. So, and it's on us as the adults and parents to give them the facts. So that leads to, that's probably why women are not respecting the working man as much as more, because the working man is on bullshit.
Straight.
Niggas all bullshit. Just some straight bullshit. And I can't get mad because I got daughters, bruh. So I'll definitely be teaching them and telling them certain things for a purpose and a reason. And like, I hope it takes to them the way I want it to. Like, cause bruh, Yeah.
You know what makes it even worse? Whenever you try to tell a dude the truth about himself, about what he's doing, rather than take that information and use it to grow, they get upset. They get upset and they feel attacked. And I see this happening every day, and I'm tired of it. So for all you dudes watching, if somebody corrects you or if somebody checks you on the bullshit that you're doing, take it.
So that transitions into our next topic.
Let's get
Where is the mental toughness in black men?
Hmm.
'Cause that's exactly what you're speaking towards.
I can't find it. Nah, man. To be honest,
Go ahead, man.
Louis, you want to tap on it? All right, so we had a weak place, man. All you brothers watching, you know, all you brothers listening, like we at a weak place, and we have no self awareness. So we think that, you know, we here because we got a dick and balls, but we not actually seeing how we're acting. You know what I'm saying? And it affects every aspect of our lives. We don't see it.
Yeah, the mental toughness in black men. I don't know. It's like it's in different stages because you look at the entertainment and celebrity. It's a different agenda being pushed around. But for us, the real people out here working, the regular class people, is like the mental toughness. I think it's there. I just think it's used for bullshit.
Would it be considered
If you
mental
use for
toughness?
bullshit,
Right.
it ain't there.
Would it be?
It ain't
Would it be
there.
considered mental toughness?
I think brothers got mental toughness, but they just like, man.
Because
Cause I don't want to stay on brothers' head, cause I love my brothers, but damn.
nah, we gotta stay on their heads, man.
Like
But
Kevin
damn, I
Samuels.
love y'all, but damn. But damn, cause you know you get to hear it from the other side, cause you know we go out, we speak with women, we talk to women, and women tell us about, you know, different opinions about different types of stuff, and it's like what you hear from the men is like, come on now, dog, like, come on, bro,
Facts. Facts.
like, come on, bro.
I got a situation. Hey, there was a young lady telling me about her situation. She said she just had a baby, and the father, whenever he figured out that they were gonna be having a kid, he was really into it. You know, he was really focused. You know, ready for this new life. And then once the baby came, he started to become more and more distant, and now, you know, he's not really seeing the kid much, not really in the kid's life. And
Is the baby his?
yeah, the baby's his.
Okay.
And so, and I often hear this too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if y'all dudes lay down with a woman and y'all have a baby, y'all can't eventually walk away out of that baby's life, because a lot of the people you see nowadays, the men and the women, they're a product of one person leaving, or they're a product of that dysfunction between the parents. And so what we experience with these adults came from the fact that one person out of the two, you know, didn't want to stay there for that child's life and give that child the best. So right now we experiencing that right now, and I'm not sure if people can have been able to put that two together. And that's something that we got to check as far as like men in general and what we do. Like we can't be doing that no more. We can't be letting that be okay amongst us. You know, so
The mental toughness as far as like with a man stand and leaving. So how do y'all like? What's y'all? A lot of men stay, a lot of men leave.
Louis, what you got?
How did it start? How did it start?
What drove him to leave?
Mm-hmm.
Cause it ain't like he just what's going on. Cause a woman will tell you one side, she won't tell you all the shit she did.
True.
She won't tell you she went and put dog shit all over his car. And
Bleached all his clothes.
clothes, like she won't tell you all that. She'll tell you, well, that was the result of him doing da. Well, shit, if you did all that, I wonder what else you was doing before that to even make him be like, yeah, I'm cool. Because women don't even understand this. I don't know, me, if you got certain type of men pay attention to the smallest thing. The smallest thing can have me be like, yeah, I'm Gucci. I'm good. I already ain't, I can't fuck with you that way. I can't deal with you that type of way. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't even have to deal with the woman per se. You just got to be present in your child's life. There's a difference between dealing with an actual woman and having that impact in your child's life, because
that shit don't always work out that way.
True.
But I feel you.
True.
If the woman gonna use the child for whatever means or gains to fulfill her reality and her emotional issues.
And to bring this back to the mental toughness, if y'all dudes are not choosing the right woman to procreate with, then you're gonna get these type of outcomes. You're gonna get these type of outcomes where you're always at the wrong side of the table. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what you do.
So if dudes don't know the importance of the woman that they choose, and then vetting that woman and making her, see what you have in planned and seeing if she respects that, wants to be a part of that, then you gotta let it go.
What you choosing a woman for, to be with or to have sex with?
That's
If
what
you
they
gonna
gotta
be
figure out.
with them.
It started off with
with.
just trying to smack, and then next thing you know, she done stuck around for 6-7 months, 8 months, and now you
That's
guys,
probably just because she got that good.
or you just get used to something and don't know how to say no.
There was that mental toughness, right?
Yeah, but that's
You ain't got
That's
to go
a-
out here and look for nothing else. It's right there.
yeah. But that's the thing about it. It's right there, but is that really what you want though?
Mm.
That's where the mental toughness come in. Like, you want her, but that's not really what you want. It ain't
It's
even
the
that you
idea
settle.
of having a woman.
Yeah, it ain't that you settling, because I don't want to use the word settling because that's disrespecting a woman. But it's just like that's not what you want. So it don't make sense. Because regardless, even if, like, bruh, like because we can't always have what we want, but shit, when it comes to things like that, bruh, it's like almost like, I don't know. In relationships, what they say, opposites attract. But some people say they found their soulmate, they do everything together. They can like, they do everything together. They finish each other conversations and all that. Like, I ain't never had that type of love. I don't know what that is. Like, don't get me wrong, I got a deep connection with my lady and all that, but it's like, I don't know, maybe that other stuff other people be talking about, maybe it's built over time, I guess.
Or maybe all these catchphrases are lame.
They capping?
Yeah, opposites attract, zodiac signs, all these different things that people, put to represent relationships, to sensationalize relationships, so that people go into them thinking, hey, since you're a Virgo, you're gonna be this, or
Right.
since we're opposites, then it's gonna work out perfectly fine. Like people take social media too seriously, and then they try to apply it in a relationship and then figure out why stuff is not working. So
social media has killed men's mental toughness.
no, it's not even. It's before social media. This goofy stuff was happening before it, bro.
So social media is just shedding a light on it.
Yo,
I can agree with that.
yo.
I can definitely agree with that.
And to the men's mental toughness, if y'all dudes can't see, this is the thing that I don't understand, right? Dudes are aware of themselves. I just don't think that they're willing to be honest with themselves about who they are. I think they wanna lie to themselves and then believe the lie until somebody else comes
Telling
and
themselves,
exposes themselves.
I'm that nigga and they not that nigga.
Facts.
Like, you ain't that nigga.
You know you're not.
This is affirmations.
Crazy. Yeah.
Manifestations.
Yeah, like you
These
knew
dudes
you-
are manifesting a lot of
Yeah,
nonsense.
like you knew you wasn't that guy. Like you got a little juice, but you like that's from concentrate. Like some of y'all got juice, but it's from concentrate. If y'all don't know what that means, that's the fake shit. That's the bullshit. That's the watered down shit. It ain't the 100% pure
Right.
squeeze juice.
Facts.
That shit from concentrate, that bullshit.
So
Yeah,
they just gotta be honest with themselves.
for sure. Let's see what we got.
We got a lot.
We do got a lot. I got one for a little switch up. Black Wakanda, the Black Panther just came out this past weekend or whatever. The Black Panther just came out. Wakanda. Remember when the first Black Panther came out? You thought it was a black movement going on, like everybody was going to the theaters wearing, they dashikis. And wearing their tunics and just, you know what I'm saying? It was
Coming out Wakanda
Wakanda forever. I didn't see the same. I didn't see it this time. But I went to go see the movie last night, and it was still pretty. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as the first one. I don't think they used the same director either. I don't think they used the brother from the first movie. Because the director in this one is Ryan Coogler.
That was the first one. That was
It was.
Yeah.
That's him.
I think it was the first
It
one.
wasn't the same.
I
Man.
think
That was him.
It didn't have the same like.
Cause they might have went to a different direction though.
I mean, they had a lot of story to tell, but yeah,
So
it was like I don't know. It was like I don't want to tell the movie, but it's pretty. It was pretty interesting. I think it's good enough for people to go see for sure.
the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, I think it's good enough for people to go see for sure. I mean, especially if you've been following the franchise. Lewis, you saw it too. What'd you think about it?
I wish they had brought Killmonger back.
He was in there, but he wasn't like
Yeah.
he didn't have a good enough role. Yeah, they should have brought him back to
I
life.
wish they had him. They brought him back to life. It'd have been, yeah.
Killmonger, but if you think about it, Black Panther at the end is a metaphor of what's going on between black men in society today. At the end, what was going on? Black Panther and Killmonger was trying to kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's a metaphor of what's happening going on every day today. Two kings trying to kill each other. Y'all both kings trying to kill each other over what? Over what? You know,
one
over
wanted to
revenge?
help, and one didn't want to help.
One is
wanted
a,
to help the world, the other one didn't want to help. The
and it's all spotted from revenge though. You got to think Killmonger, if he was raised the same way as T'Challa, his way of thinking would have been different.
Maybe not, because his way of thinking was to bring freedom to black
by
people
any means necessary.
by any means, right? So regardless of whether he was born in America and developed that ideology,
Not born in
versus-
America. I feel like I wasn't the fact that when he born in America, the experiences that happened to him that shaped who he was. Like him, his father got killed when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
He came back in the house. He knew about Wakanda and all that stuff. Like his father had been teaching him about all that shit. So he knew, like he had a good idea of feeling who it was that killed his pops. Like he knew. So then he going through that, and then for him to get into the CIA and get deep into it, and you got to become a devil for them before he got to do his own will.
Right.
He had to become a devil for them first, and that changed him. Cause that whole will wanted to, cause he wanted to free people, but how are you freeing people by killing people? The Messiah didn't try to. When the Messiah came, he wanted to free the Israelites, but he didn't do it by killing all our enemies. Because he could have did that.
What the Lord told us to do the first time.
Right, because he could have did that. He could have did that. Like, for sure. Just, all right, I'm going to kill all these. But what's the point? Because it's people in Israel that ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all need to be killed, too. so it's like when you looking out on the world of how fucked up they are. I mean, look back in the mirror, and that's what Killmonger wasn't doing. Cause he looked at everything around him that had happened bad to him, but he lost sight of who he was at a certain point. So then he created himself as just a vessel to carry on for whatever he wanted to do, but that was all for himself, his own selfish gain. Cause that wasn't gonna help nobody else. That was all for himself.
It actually was gonna help.
Nah, cause he was driven by anger and revenge. Revenge and anger ain't gonna lead you nowhere but to death.
Well, it would have helped us.
It would,
But it wouldn't help nobody else.
Right.
But even still, just think what he was trying to do. He was trying to put weapons out to all our people across the world. Like, that was just going, like, just guaranteed all them battles was going to be won.
But it's not just weapons out to people.
He wanted a world war.
It's weapons out to victims.
He wanted a world war.
How long are we going to accept this role of being victims? And I say that because I'm like, I don't think we understand how much of a role we play in our own oppression and our own demise. So whenever we have an opportunity to take control and put our own future into our hands, then we got to take that opportunity. Now, I'm not saying necessarily go out and shoot and kill people and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying there's a way that you got to go about doing it that is more impactful and effective for your situation. Because the same person, because somebody who does something here in the States, that method may not work in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So they might have to switch it up a little bit. But
my bad.
But as long as their focus is at the same place, they can be in two different locations and still, make a change.
The Bible says it's a time and a place for everything.
Right.
So, no, it's a time to kill. It's a time to heal. It's a time for everything. It's a time to kill somebody.
It's a time for peace.
Yeah, it's a time for war. And I just think the Most High gonna let you know when it's time for war. Men, we be starting our own wars because our own, like,
selfish.
Yeah, like we be starting our own, like we do it in our own houses, with our own women, with our own families, starting our own battles and our own wars. We do it out here with our brothers, with our sisters, with our family. We be out here starting our own battles with people because of our own
insecurities,
shortcomings.
Like, we got to do better. It falls back on the men to have the new mentality. Like, that's what... And I feel like Killmonger embraced everything that's killing our community today. That's why he was killed in the movie. Because that's what needs to be killed. Because he breathed out everything. Because anger and vengeance and all that just leads to nothing but death. Because a lot of these little dudes out here, if you ask them why they shooting and running and doing all this, it's because somebody shot their homie. So it's when the cycle ends. It don't. It's revenge is going around and it don't never stop. Well, he shot him, he shot him, he shot at him, she shot at him, he shot her, then she shot him. It's just that mindset. If I'm gonna get revenge, I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna get.
But every time T'Challa try to do it his way. Like, I'm using that as a reference to in the world today. Every time T'Challa try to do something his way, the powers that be always come through and smash his way. Every time. Every time. They never succeed.
And that's how he know he doing the right thing.
But it never we never win on there.
True.
We never win.
Because at the same time, like, I think that goes back to something deeper, though. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, like the Most High told the Israelites when they was wandering in the wilderness, I already gave y'all a king. You already have a king. They was begging for a king, so he gave them Samuel. But he told them they already had a king. This is in the Old Testament, before Jesus Christ was even born on the earth. So he told them they already had a king. So I just think when one man tries to go out and save us as a whole, it don't never work out because you wasn't sent to do that anyways. Like, that wasn't your job, bruh. Like, Malcolm X, as much as he was supposed to do it, he wasn't supposed to free all the black people in America. Like, he wasn't born to do that. He just wasn't. Like, that job has already been given to somebody. And while men try to always fulfill that role, you're going to always fall short. Because you're doing some shit you wasn't asked to do. That's like if I come in the house and you didn't ask your kids to do whoop and they did some whole other shit. Like, I ain't asked you to do that shit. I didn't ask you to do that shit at all. Like, I already said your brother was going to do that. Why would you do it?
Wouldn't that speak to the collective of us as black men if we are letting one person or one dude or few individuals carry the load of the mass?
Our spirit, like our energy, our spirit is what will change the world. But until we're all that spirit and energy is moving on one accord, the change won't happen.
Right.
Because our spirit and energy, when we're doing the right thing, will affect the world. And they know that. That's why they gonna have us doing bullshit. So we can affect the world in a negative way, because the world gonna follow us regardless. We go anywhere in the world, Beyonce go anywhere in the world, they gonna pay $1 million to see this woman sing a song, shake her ass. Everywhere in the world, whether it be in Olympics and sports, entertainment, bro, people that speak, scientists, men, all of that stuff, bro. Leaders out here influencing the earth all over this month. So we got to do a better job of letting our energy be energy that's moving it in the right direction.
Positive, yeah. Energy.
Like, it got to be moving it in the right direction. Like, and I feel like going back to the Black Panther now, that Killmonger was going against all that. He was moving in the wrong direction. That's why I can't fuck with him. For sure.
That's a really good perspective, because I was really rocking with Killmonger, and I still am, to be honest with you.
I mean, I rock with his spirit of.
Yeah.
I rock with his spirit of what needs to be done, I will do. I'll rock with that. But your whole, like, it's hard to be a leader, bro, and really evaluate everything and say, all right, this is the move we need to make to push forward. Like, because what is he even really trying to do? Because like I said, he was trying to save all the people from Wakanda or all his people. Like, how are you going to do that, bro? You think you're going to do that by killing all your enemies?
He was trying to free the oppressed.
No, he was trying to kill all his enemies. That's why he said we're going to kill all these dudes. He said we said we're going to kill all of them. That was his goal. To kill everybody else but Wakandans, black people, basically. That's why he said we want to get our weapons to our people so they can do it. And
it
they
wasn't
would.
just for people in Wakanda. It was for people all over the world.
Yeah, but he was just talking about his people, though. Remember, he was talking about liberating his people.
Yeah, but his people are all over the world, though.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But killing everybody else.
That job is already,
That ain't even in
giving
black
somebody.
people's spirit, though, for real, for real. He could have gave them weapons, and I don't even think they would have even done it.
Right. Like, could you
That's
ask?
not really what we want.
Under the right leader, they would. Now, I'm not saying killing our people is the way to go. I'm
these
saying
are
that
all our brothers and sisters.
Taking that type of energy and that type of spirit in trying to free your people is not the right way. Because just, there's like I said before, there's multiple ways to handle one certain situation. So whether it be the violent route or the peaceful route, there is going to be a time where you have to be violent in your peace, and there's going to be a time where you have to be peaceful in your violence. Because you have to understand that you can't negotiate with somebody who wants to kill you.
Yes, you can.
No,
Yes,
you
you
can't.
can.
No, you can't, because
Yes, you can.
because if
the mob do it every day.
Who?
The mob and mafia do it every day. They negotiate with men every day that want them dead. dead.
That's on a
How-
micro level though.
No, that's on a major level. I'm talking about big bank, big money on high levels. You know who Sam Brasco? You know who Donnie Brasco is, and
Sammy the Bull.
Sammy the Bull and all. These is major players out here in the world. This is major players. These men will have a conversations before they kill somebody. Like in the mafia, they ain't even supposed to kill somebody unless they go talk to the boss and even talk to him about it. See, black people don't move like that. We don't understand that because we don't move organized with no order. Because what you talking about has no order at all. It has to be order in it.
No.
Because even in the Old Testament,
what I'm talking about does have order. Because
it has
you
an order,
can't
but it
take
has an order of
what?
of evil to it.
Nah, it's not evil because just like how Lewis said, just like how both of y'all said, there's a time to there's a time to kill and there's a time to heal, right? So
But that killing is in defense.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about going out and finding somebody to kill. I'm talking about being able to defend you, your family, your wife.
But going back to Killmonger, what was he trying to defend?
People who have been getting killed. Don't you think that the victim has the right to defend himself, even if it means bringing harm to somebody else? Mm-hmm. Because if the victim's mentality is to live, and his only choice is to kill, then at some point he's gonna have to make that choice to live because he's not going out trying to kill somebody. He's just trying to live. But oftentimes we look at the victim. We criminalize the victim, and then we make the criminal look innocent. And that's one thing that I've seen that the media has done a very good job is making the innocent look guilty and making the guilty look innocent. And the thing with that is, and it happens a lot within our people, whether it's in here or in Africa, it's like we feel bad for defending ourselves. And we have to stop doing that because we're basically telling the world that we don't value ourselves. Because if another race chooses to defend themselves, nobody's gonna question that.
Killmonger didn't have to go out and do none of that, bro. He could have found his pop dead. He could have grew up, had a family, raised his own children, lived his life out, bro. He didn't have to do none of that, dog.
I agree with you on that.
So that's what I'm saying. To look for death and murder, to look like...
No, you shouldn't have to look for
that's a sense of evil to it. Cause like you said, when it comes to killing somebody, it got to be in the form of defense. Or cause then what were you doing?
You bring more harm to the world.
Exactly. Cause like when Moshe killed that soldier that was beating him too, it was like, man, he killed that man for that, but did he help the situation? Cause he could have just told him to stop. So that's my thing. It's just death ain't never did nothing. Since Cain killed Abel, it ain't stopped. It's only gotten worse. So I'm at the point to where
brothers still killing
brothers still killing brothers. It started with Cain killing Abel and it ain't stopped since the beginning of this joker. And I'm just like, when it comes to death, killing, we need to stop killing altogether. Like, it ain't gonna stop, I know, but like as far as like, it ain't gonna change nothing. The war and death and all that don't change or heal or cure nothing.
It's been here since the beginning.
And I feel like that's gonna be a good stopping point for us, for real. We're going a little shorter this time. Missing one of our guys. Still making sure we're still gonna give y'all some messages every week. Still putting it out there for people. Still showing love.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support. We're going to start putting more content out on our channel. Definitely more type of videos of different types of stuff. Let y'all get to see Kansas City some. Not just us sitting there giving just our thoughts on different things.
Tell them what you want to tell them about what we here for.
Yeah. So basically, we're not saying that we know everything and we have all the answers. What we're saying is we want to shed light on some of these situations and we want to help men, and if there's an opportunity that you may be going through something that we talked about or may possibly go through in the future, then hopefully this, these podcasts, give you another insight, give you another perspective that you can take on a situation. Because a lot of dudes right now, I know for a fact, they going through something, but they don't know who to go to. They don't know who to talk to about it. They don't know if anybody else has experienced that same thing.
Man,
So,
and if this podcast can help start a conversation in the home, help fix the conversation problem people may be having, like, that's what we hoping for.
All praises to the Most High.
All praise to the
All
Most High.
praises.
And we trying to do a better job, y'all, of our media stuff. We trying, y'all. Be patient with us. We going to get it together. We going to get it all the way right,
And we're not going to be perfect in everything that we do, but we are going to show improvement. And that's the one thing that we can stand on.
For sure.
So,
We appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Tune in next time. New Mentality Podcast 5.
Y'all got any questions? Leave them in the comments.
Please leave them in the comments, please. Any comments, anything y'all want to let us know. We got our Facebook page too, New Mentality. We on Facebook. We don't got the Instagram and the other platforms yet, but we're going to be starting with those too as well. So reach out to us on our Facebook page. You got anything you want to reach out to us? You got anything you want to talk to us about? You can reach out to us on there as well. Appreciate all the love and support. See y'all next time. Holla.
peace.
Love.